Good morning. So I've had some ideas about something that I've wanted to write about for a couple of weeks now, primarily all about happiness and the pursuit thereof. I've done a little bit of writing towards it, but over the last couple days I've had a lot of other things sort of swimming around in my mind, and there's so many different posts that a number of different content could be made out of, but instead I just thought I would talk a little bit more candidly about a couple things and see how they connect and see how things go. So I want to talk a little bit today about time, money, and the balance between those things, dependability of others versus dependability of the self. Money and time is a really interesting balance, because what we've ended up doing is, time is the only resource that we have a limited amount of. Time is the most valuable resource that we can spend, either on ourselves, on others. Yet we seem to spend a large amount of it procrastinating or avoiding suffering in our lives. It's easier to avoid things that we are unsure about, avoiding things that could produce fear, when we can be spending our time procrastinating, watching TV, consuming media, all these things that they produce a result that we are, we know what the result is. We know that the result is something that is going to be predetermined. Not much of a result, but it's at least something where we know what the outcome is going to be. So when we're doing these, when you're deciding what you're going to do with your time, often people will ask you to do a favor for them, or people will ask you, say, hey, I'm starting this new project, are you interested? And if they don't have that same level of passion, it's easy to get distraught, and it's easy to sort of feel like, I've got to do all of this on my own. But then the reward will also be that much greater as well. I know this is a little bit discombobulated, but I just wanted to sort of try and touch on a couple things while they were still fresh in my head. I find that it's very easy to worry about relying on people, relying on the self versus relying on others. When we don't really know what our result is going to be, we try to look for other people to get involved so that we are working towards a goal together. Especially when an idea is new and we're not sure about it, and we're sort of afraid that it might not take the shape that we want it to take. We sort of want someone else along to help without accountability. When it's just us, it's very easy to fall away from something when things start to get difficult, because we sort of want to share the human condition. We want to share the suffering, or we want to share the hardship. But I'll tell you, there is only one person that you can rely on in this life, and that is yourself. If you don't learn to make friends with yourself, to understand that your fallacies are part of what make you you, to understand that, at the end of the day, no matter who you trust, no matter who you love, if you don't trust and love yourself, there is no sense in involving other people. If you're passionate about something and other people are not passionate about it, just do it. If it's what you want to do, just do it. Don't feel like you have to do it with some sort of sense of creating some sort of value in someone else. If it gives you value, great. If you are looking to monetize it, that's another thing entirely, but I don't want to get into that. I just want to be very real in the energy that we spend on the hobbies and the things that matter to us most. And if something matters to you, don't let someone else tell you that it's not worth it. Don't let someone else tell you that it's a waste of your time. Don't feel that you have to explain yourself to someone else. If it's something that you enjoy doing, you know, and it doesn't harm anyone else, no harm, no foul. Just get it done, enjoy it, do it.